It's International Tea Day, and I need to make a new batch of tea. So I thought I would film it for you guys so you could see how I make my tea. I am a tea girl. If you scroll through my feed, you will probably see some tea images or some other social media tea holidays, and it just happens to be my favorite drink outside of Prosecco. So I thought I would show you guys how I make my tea. I'm not a water drinker. Someone always told me that what you need to do if you're not a water drinker is find your flavor. So that's actually what I did, is I found some flavors that I particularly like, make it into a tea, and that's actually what I drink all day, every day. This is my tea that I made the other day. I was just finishing up the pot, and so my container is full, so I do need to make new tea. So over here, I just have a big pot of water. I know it probably looks stained or whatever. That's just tea, because like I said, I just finished pouring out the tea into that container. So we're gonna start with just plain regular tap water. Into the water, we're gonna put ginger. Ginger is one of my all-time favorite flavors. When I do drink just regular water, I used to put like sushi ginger in it, but I can't get that here in Belize, so I just use regular ginger. It's a lot, I know. It's a lot, but that's what we're gonna add first into the water. Now, since I don't drink a lot of water, I try to put healthy stuff in there, and if you guys don't know the benefits of ginger, Google it. Ginger is very good for you. And that leads us to the next ingredient, which is turmeric. Turmeric is really, really good for you. I know you're thinking, what? Turmeric in your tea? Trust me, it's amazing. I don't do any measuring. I just eyeball it. We'll put just a little bit in there. A little bit more. I particularly like turmeric. If you don't like it, maybe don't add as much. Next up, I found cardamom at the market. My spice guy is no longer there, but I found a new spice lady, and that's where I got my turmeric from. And she had cardamom. I was so excited. Already out of the pod, cardamom. And the last batch of tea that I made didn't taste enough like cardamom, so I thought I would put it into a grinder and grind up the pods to see if that gives me a little bit more of that cardamom taste. Some of it sunk to the bottom, but I put about 12 or so grinds in there. This isn't the best pepper mill, so I put it on the largest grind setting, and so I ground it up in there, and that's where we are so far. This is probably feeling very Middle Eastern with the turmeric and cardamom, but that's what it is. Now, the last ingredient is turbinado sugar. It's easily available here in Belize. Belize is a sugar growing country, and so we can get turbinado sugar here pretty inexpensively, so that's what we're gonna put in. Now, I don't put in too much because, you know, if it's something you're drinking all day, the last thing you want is just to be consuming massive amounts of sugar. So again, I don't measure it, I just kind of eyeball it. For a pot that big, maybe a quarter of a cup, eighth of a cup, your choice. All our ingredients are in. I'm just gonna turn on the heat and let it boil. Now, because I do use right out of the sink tap water, I allow that to come to a boil, and then I set a timer for 10 minutes. I will let it, boil away, and hopefully that's boiling away the impurities. I know they say 20 minutes, but that just seems excessive. So we're gonna let that boil for 10 minutes, and then we'll come back when it's all done, and I will show you how I finish it. Because it is supposed to be tea, and you're like, where is the damn tea? All right, it's coming. Now, I just put away all my spices. If you don't use spices very often, you should keep them in the refrigerator. I keep them in the storage containers and leave them in my refrigerator. It just allows them to, hold on to their potency a little longer. Let it boil, set in my timer, 10 minutes. And you may need to, I have this little spatula, you may need to scrape down the sides, especially the turmeric, as it boils. So, keep a watch on it. But, scrape down the sides, make sure the turmeric is incorporated. And we'll be back in 10. Counting's up. Can turn it off. This is what it's looking like. You see everything's nice and blended. I've been scraping down the sides to make sure that turmeric is incorporated. And also because it leaves a crust around your pot, which you don't want. Now is tea time. So I have a couple of different thoughts. This is my container of herbal tea. I have lots of different flavors in here. I think that because of the turmeric and the cardamom, I'm going to use the, this is the Bigelow Constant Comments, 2 of those. And then I mix it in with just regular old Lipton tea. I may actually only put in 1 of the Constant Comments because I don't have very many left and not something I can find here in Belize. So 3 regular tea, Lipton tea, and 1 Constant Comments. All right, Constant Comments going in. Here's my Liptons. And then you just want to swirl them in. And that's it. I usually leave them in 20 minutes or so, 15, 20 minutes. And then I take them out and put them into a container because you can get another use out of it. What I'll do is the next time I make another batch, I will use those same tea bags and then maybe add just another Lipton tea or another of the Constant Comments tea, whatever. After 10 minutes or so, you want to give it a taste, see if it is really strong tea flavor. You may want to just go ahead and pull the bags out at that point. If not, let them go a little bit longer. I'm gonna just let it cool in the pot. That's all I do. Then once that pot is cooled down, I'll put it in my fridge because I do have my entire container here. This will last me about a day and a half. But I'm not sure if you can see, but I keep all the ginger in there because I like a strong ginger flavor. If you don't like a strong ginger flavor, go ahead and pull the ginger out before you store it in the fridge. I just put a lid on it so that it will just steep away and be ready to go into the fridge when it cools down. One more thing, did I say how good turmeric is for you? We've got turmeric, we've got ginger, we've got cardamom, all really good things for you. And that just bumps up your tea a little bit. So if you are a tea drinker and you drink tea all day, try to add some things in it that are gonna be beneficial to you because otherwise it's just sugar and caffeine. But that's it, you guys. That's how I make my tea. I hope you guys had a few tips in there that were beneficial to you and that you all will start enjoying tea. So happy International Tea Day, and I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. And until next time, you better believe it. Bye!